ABC 7's Hillary Florin has tonight's special report, Charity Check, a story you'll see only on ABC 7.
It started as a bike run.
For 7 years, Isela Reyes has been raising money for women with breast cancer. She created Riding for Boobs, but now it's grown to much more than that. There's now a walk-run, bull riding, and the lighting of the San Elizario mission, too. Her inspiration? She battled cancer herself.
My name is Isela Reyes. I am a breast cancer survivor, a 9-year breast cancer survivor. I organized Riding for Boobs. This event started back in 2012. Of course, because I am a survivor and we wanted to pay back to the community. So we started this bike run. The reason why I am doing this video is to clear some things up that were said in the news about the allegations against myself and Riding for Boobs. Back in July, I was contacted by Jerry Carrera from Channel 7. He was the one that originally started the story about these allegations that money was not turned in to the American Cancer Society last year, which was 2018. I did show him proof, which was my bank statement, that there was a $500 donation made to the American Cancer Society. The reason why we made this $500 donation is because I had a meeting with the local American Cancer Society explaining about our future with Riding for Boobs. And what I mean by that is we get contacted a lot by a lot of survivors, women that are fighting, and their families, wanting and needing help with bills or any kind of assistance that we can help them with. So I had this meeting with the American Cancer Society, and I was pretty much told that I wasn't able to do that. I felt like that they were upset, and I believe that therefore this is when the problem started. When I went and made my donation for the $500 in the dashboard or the portal for the Making Strides webpage, my team name was no longer there. And I did call the American Cancer Society here local in El Paso, and they did advise me that they didn't know why, and for me just to make the donation as a guest. Therefore, that $400 or $500 show that's not tied to Riding for Boobs, or I'm guessing not even my name.
I just gave her a check and donated to her cause, and I know American Cancer Society said they had no donation from her.
This donor, who wants to remain unidentified because she fears retaliation, says her check was cashed, but she has no proof that her donation went to ACS.
I would have said that there was no need to call the media. They could have called Riding for Boobs itself, and there could have been a very clear explanation of just saying, yes, Riding for Boobs did cash that check if you gave me a check or whatever kind of amount of check you gave us. But therefore, we turn in a bigger check to the American Cancer Society. Sponsorship, if it was a sponsorship check, those checks are used for permits, for portable potties, for street closures, for barricades, for fencing, for insurance, for entertainment, for marketing, for a lot of stuff that makes that takes money to make these events. Then when I got to the news station where I was interviewed, the original story from Channel 7 was that the allegations were from the American Cancer Society. There was no lady involved. It was just the American Cancer Society wanted to know, they just wanted to know, why didn't we make a donation? So we showed the donation. Then I never got reached out again, and then they contacted me again, and then they said that there was no donations in the past 4 years, which were incorrect. So I called the local office in El Paso, and they weren't able to give me a total. So therefore I went further, and I called, the American Cancer Society number, and they were able to give me the information, which states corporate, which states that we had donated a total of over 24,000 or 24,500. which I did submit that information to Hillary from Channel 7. So I gave Hillary, I sent it in a text, and I the email to her, and it does state here that combined totals amount, and the email clearly states from 2010 to 2017, Team Reyes and Writing for Boobs raised almost 13,000 funds, and then it goes on by which include general and team donations not allocated to any other team member. It's just over 11,500. So I even needed clarification myself, and I went ahead and responded to this email, and I said, what do you mean by allocated? Is this two different amounts? Can you explain further? And then she kind of comes to explain that being the team captain, because I guess it was, team captain, Reyes team, and then Writing for Boobs team, it says that the dollar amounts were not attached to any one participant, so the fundraiser is considered team money raised. So meaning that both amounts were together as 25,000. So my question is, where did Hillary get that 13,000 from? When I even went on my text message to make it clear and break it down to her, and she said that was great that she would use it on the media. And this was way before the story was aired.
We found Writing for Boobs is not registered as a nonprofit with the IRS. And after collecting funds since 2012, Reyes just applied for nonprofit status with the Texas Secretary of State in April.
We do have information where we are recognized by the state of Texas as a nonprofit. I also have our tax ID that I did provide to them, or to Channel 7. I do have receipts where we've submitted all the information to the IRS that were provided. There's a process, of course, to become a nonprofit. It doesn't take a few months. It's a very long process, and it's just still in the process. Everything is still in the process. Writing for Boobs was recognized as a nonprofit in April or March of this year.
The American Cancer Society has zero tolerance for financial impropriety of any kind and has opened a formal investigation into Writing for Boobs.
One year we donated like 7,000, that we had donated over $55,000 to the American Cancer Society.
The American Cancer Society says its records show Writing for Boobs and Reyes donated only $13,000 in the last 7 years.
So as far as back since 2010 to 2018, all the money was turned into the American Cancer Society, which it does state in the email that we donated over $25,000 to the American Cancer Society over those years, including 2018 with the $500 that they was as a guest. The reason why it says in our website 55,000, or in that glitch where it says that I raised 55,000, that is incorrect. That was not turned into the American Cancer Society. Because that is counted as sponsorship money. With that sponsorship money, again, we pay permits, fees, insurance, entertainment, and all that good stuff. So deducted from that, the money that was turned into the American Cancer Society was $24,000, or over $24,000. Most of the things, most of the pages, or most of the information that is on our webpage is part of my story. And part of it was helped by the American Cancer Society here in a local El Paso to help me, make that webpage.
The ACS sent Reyes this cease and desist letter back in February, asking her to stop using its logo. The letter says the two severed ties the previous fall.
We've been using that logo since 2010, and it's never been an issue. It does state, or in that email that was sent, it does state that we did have to move our logo. We had to remove all logos. Unfortunately, he was looking at a different website, which was writingforboobselp.com. That website was completely, turned off because we wanted the rights to the writingforboobs.com. So as you can see, we do have writingforboobs.com. Writing for Boobs LP or ELP does not exist. And if you do see there, there's nothing in the email. They didn't show the complete email. They just showed, the letter where they're stating that they wanted me to remove it. Indeed, in that email, it does state that anything previous to that other years, I can leave the logo because that's where the money was turned in. The logo was removed when we removed ourselves from the American Cancer Society, which was back in maybe December when we gave that donation. So starting the new year, the logo was not there. And like I said, there was a misunderstanding because he was looking at the wrong website.
Reyes did send us this photo celebrating a $3,700 donation to ACS back in 2014 and a bank statement from last year showing a $500 donation she says she made as an individual without specifying it was on behalf of Writing for Boobs.
The media just showed a picture where I had one check, but my question is, you know, I was all over Making Strides El Paso page. We received, you know, awards for being pacesetters with the American Cancer Society. We have videos where we're at breakfast for the American Cancer Society. I was very involved with the American Cancer Society here locally.
For the American Cancer Society for 6 years now through her nonprofit fundraising event, Writing for Boobs. Each year it has grown more and more, and Isela has established herself as a devoted pace setter, fundraising over $2,500. Did we also mention she's a breast cancer survivor? So please give her a round of applause.
You know, I provided all those pictures, and of course the media wants to show what they're going to show. My interview was probably like 45 minutes long, and you know, the story was 3 minutes long, and it was all against Writing for Boobs. I mean, I want to give my story. I want to really share the story behind everything and you know, the honest truth. For instance, back in 2017, Writing for Boobs received an award, and it clearly states in their Making Strides page where it says that Writing for Boobs raised over $5,404, and it helped 54 women here in El Paso. So that's a perfect example of how we helped. We've been very involved with the American Cancer Society for many years. My family, my kids, my son was actually part of the Real Men Wear Pink last year, and he donated a little under $1,000 for the American Cancer Society. Our friends, myself, my husband, my in-laws, a lot of friends, a lot of people, a lot of family have volunteered and helped, you know, free of charge. I mean, no one gets paid here.
The 8th annual Writing for Boobs is October 12th and 13th. Reyes says it's the biggest bike run in the area.
This is a chance for her to be transparent about everything. I've been there at her events, and it's beautiful. She has so much support, but use it in the right way.
For many years, we've had meetings, and we gather people, and we put it on our social media, and we, you know, text everyone we know, and we want them to be a part of the Writing for Boobs meeting. We want them to see how the event is going, where the sponsorship money is going, if we need help or if we need more help, you know, looking for volunteers. And it's an open meeting. It clearly states we've always been transparent. We've always showed people, our books have always been open. This is not the first year this has happened. You know, every year is something different. Every year is something new. It's just this year is very different. This year it's now coming from the American Cancer Society. So my question now is, if this anonymous person really wants to know, maybe she should, you know, change her question to the American Cancer Society of where all our money, as you know, the community donated. Where did that money go? We've donated over $25,000. Where did that money go? One year it went to 54 women. What about the other years? Where was that money used? For many years we donated to the American Cancer Society, and we never had an issue about logos, or we never had any issue about donations. And then we decided to, you know, move forward, and now, you know, we get all these allegations. I mean, from the media allegations, before there were phone calls or, you know, word of mouth, rumors, but I mean, you know, I feel targeted. I feel like if this was a favor. More than anything, I feel, I would say, betrayed. Betrayed by the American Cancer Society, because I donated my time, and I'm saying I devoted my time, by heart, along with my family and my friends. And I feel betrayed. I feel like if what I did wasn't good enough, and maybe my $25,000 that I donated, or not I donated, but the community, the biker community, was not enough. I know the truth is gonna come out. I have nothing to hide. And I'm not gonna stop. I have this challenge every year. I've had different challenges, and they're just a speed bump ahead of me. I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna work harder. This event turned into my dream, and I work hard every year. I donate countless hours along with my friends and my family, and it's not going to stop here. It's not going to stop here. It's going to move forward. I'm going to come back stronger, and this won't be the end of this bike run. Riding for Boobs will not stop here.